Hey, guess what, people? Read the title, I'm happy again. So, you all remember Wonka, right? Well, I'm back at the place, but not in the same way. Well, after something I like to call Drowsygate happened, which I'm not going to talk about, they're doing the place that I'm doing, which I'm just going to call The Place, which, if you remember, great people, great staff, great environment, open, everything just perfect. Heaven on earth for me. Well, they were doing a play, which, don't judge me here, I'm going to explain. Do any of you know the play called Avenue Q? Those who do have instantly lost all respect for me, but hear me out. For those who don't know, prepare to lose respect for me, but then get it back. Avenue Q is Sesame Street for adults. And I'm not talking about Simpsons kind of adults, I mean like South Park adult. Like, super, super raunchy. But, for the more general public, there's something called Avenue Q School Edition. That's what this place is doing. The School Edition is the PG-13 of that film's R/NC-17. This is definitely the PG-13 version. Like, a lot of the language is cut out, a lot of the sexually explicit stuff is cut out, pretty much all of it is, with the exception of, Ernie trying to convince Bert that he's gay, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, though. Definitely a lot more adult than Wonka, of course, but here's, so, yeah, why would I want to be in it? Well, here's the thing, I'm not in it. Technically. And no, I'm not playing, like, a voice or something, I'm not playing anybody, but here's the thing. I wasn't going to audition for this, whether it be because they're using puppets, or because I knew that it was a bit more of a, not raunchy, I'd say, because it's definitely a lot more toned down with the School Edition. Like I said, PG-13 level, but I don't know, it just didn't seem exactly something I'd want to do. But then something happened yesterday. They sent out a letter, or email, I guess, saying that they needed assistant managers. Assistant manager works like this. There's the director, there's the stage manager, then there's the assistant manager. Usually they're taken up by students, or people who go to the place, who've been in the plays. They only accept people who've been in the play. A play. And what a play to be in, Wonka, one of the most successful. So I responded, expecting to hear back in a couple days, but turns out they reviewed my application and accepted me that night. Because a little something I didn't tell you after, you know what happened, which, again, I'm not talking about it. I'm not now, at least. It's a little too recent for that. But apparently I've become a legend at that place. I walked in a month after Wonka for that event, and everyone recognized me, even people I didn't even know. Apparently I'm the legendary guy who just stormed in and then knocked their socks off, apparently. I'm just the guy who showed up out of nowhere, seemed like a really big outsider, being the oldest in the group, and just wowed everyone. I'm known as that guy now, and it feels great. So, I guess maybe that's what helped me get the assistant management position, because, yeah, I am. Now, going in, I thought, oh, okay, so I'm probably just gonna be like, kind of right there interning stuff. But nope, I'm actually like right there. I'm in charge of the props. I'm like basically the boss of the sets, the set people, like the stagehands, that's the word. I'm basically their boss. I work directly under the stage manager. So everything he does and everything that he plans, I know about it. And then I also have to like write down the blocking movements, of course. So I'm like right there, right in the line of fire, and it feels great. Granted, I do now kind of wish I did audition for Avenue Q, but you know what? Maybe this is just what God wanted. And hey, there's still Alice in Wonderland, of course, and I'm applying for a job there too. Let's hope that turns out. Keep me in the prayers, people, because I really need this job. This place is wonderful. You don't know how wonderful it makes me feel. After all the Wonka videos and after me bursting into tears in the car about it being over, that's just a tiny iota of how much I feel about Wonka. My wall, right in front of my door, I tried to make a video about this, but the camera quality was awful, is full of Wonka memorabilia even still. The golden tickets we use that Veruca had, because Mr. Wonka rips it up and then Mr. Salt has to grab the golden ticket. I never threw them away. I brought them home, And then I taped it back together and put it on my wall. All the notes that people gave me, all the letters that people gave me, all the memorabilia, cards, promotional posters, everything, it's still up there. But it's not just because I'm a dork for it. Well, I kind of am. But the thing is, Wonka was a huge part of my life. So I have this, what I call the wall of Wonka, where whenever I miss the show, even just the littlest bit, I look over there, see the studio bill, that's what they call the playbill, and just anything like that, and it helps me feel better again. Because after that happened, it's, But Avenue Q, I'm involved in the show in a completely different way, which this is amazing. I've only been in one show there, and they already trust me enough to help be in management. That feels great. So people, I'm going to keep you updated on this. More, of course, videos of like VTA and Loud House Musical, all that stuff's coming along. But just want to let you know this thing is going to keep me busy, because this goes on until late March. So if videos kind of slow down, except for TV talks like The Simpsons, I planned ahead for this. But if things slow down a little bit, this is why. And if anyone asks why, point them to this video, and this will explain exactly why things are slowing down a tiny bit. Loud House Musical might a little bit. This might cause Gone and Back Again to go into March, because this and also another writing project I'm doing, which I'll talk about later as it ends, is kind of putting me back. But it's great to be back, people. And now the Wonka saga doesn't have to be, for one, it doesn't have to be over, and it doesn't have to be so sad, because it has a happy ending. I'm back! Feels great to be back again. And this isn't joking, it feels great. It really does. And the best part is, Veruca, Mike TV, Phineas Trout, a whole bunch of them, they were back. They were in Avenue Q, and they recognized me. They were so happy to see me, and it felt great. I'm still that guy. I'm still Mr. Salt. I'll never stop being Mr. Salt either. I've never retired the character. I still do it in real life. Wonka meant everything to me, people. Avenue Q still doesn't make me quite as happy as Wonka, but still makes me feel amazing. And I hope you people are happy for me, because this is just great. Toodle-bye.